I want everyone to know that dismantling anti-Black racism is not just about policy. It's really about the way that we show up for all students every day. Doing this work has made me realize over and over again how much impact an individual can have. The things that you say, how you say it, the care that you show, it stays with students.
I'm not going to pretend that it can't get uncomfortable. We don't know what we don't know. But I will say that in order to shift, in order to have an impact, you have to start. And if you try from a place of empathy and care and connection, if you try from a place of relationship, people will hold you when you fall and they'll help you to get back up. You just got to take the first step.
I think what's really good about this work for me personally is that it isn't just getting information and learning about it. It's a two-sided relationship with the school board. We are learning about anti-Black racism and how to dismantle. We are also having them come to the school and speaking to them directly. How can our school take the learning and craft it in a way that meets our particular puzzle piece? And I think if it's happening here, it's happening at every other school that's involved. And that two-way dialogue is something that really makes this PD meaningful.
Because of the learning that we have done as a staff and as a school community, we've been able to start to move forward to create safer spaces, and we are seeing participation and engagement. We used to put out events and put out calls, and we would have nobody join. Like, kids were not participating, and now every event is full.
It's really important to know the local school community because students come to us with so many different lived experiences. Every child, every family is very unique. It is our job to get to know who our children are. It's the heart of our work so that we can support them in all of the ways that they need and deserve. The thing that I think is really important that educators understand and be aware of that we have positional power. We have the power to influence, change, and support families and children. And it's really important to harness that so that children feel supported when they're here at school. When we center Black students, all students benefit.
This is a very unique program to the WRDSB, and schools actually apply to be a part of the program. It's a 2-year commitment, and it's based on need. So when they express through student voice, through staff, through administrators, that there is a need within the school, then they are accepted into the program, and we spend the whole first year learning and unlearning some of the practices that are currently in place, and then we move towards that transformative change. It's my hope through this program that students feel even more engaged in school, they feel like they have a place here, and they feel like their families belong in WRDSB.
The DABR program has actually been the best PD that I've been a part of. I think I've been able to approach with a better understanding of how students are entering my classroom every day and just being a lot more aware of the space that I'm creating for my students.
Dismantling anti-Black racism is important for school culture because we know that schools are the essential interruption point for harm trajectories. And when we don't interrupt harm, we know that the practices replicate by default because we know no spaces are neutral. We know that outcomes predict patterns, and naming barriers to success is the first step in dismantling.
It's important to start as early as you can as a teacher with your students, even in kindergarten, to teach them about Black history and Black flourishing in a way so that when they get to intermediate, none of this language that they hear is new. They're comfortable talking about stuff and they're more accepting, I find, of all students.
I'm grateful that I am given the time to think about these things, reflect on what I'm doing, learn from what I'm doing, and most importantly, just to listen and try and figure out what I can be doing better to make everyone feel like they belong and are connected.
When I talk to kids in the office, I am hearing from them directly that they want our help. They want our teachers to be educated in dismantling anti-Black racism. They want our administrators to be packed with the knowledge that we can ensure that our schools are safe. And I think hearing it directly, like I hear it every week, that they want this type of learning to happen. And so I guess it's just validation that what's happening here is a good thing.
When something is shifting, you feel it. I feel it when I visit the schools. I feel it when I'm talking to teachers. And I know from our first cohort to now, I know that we are seeing improved outcomes for Black students.
I hope that all schools get to have an experience like this. As an educator, it's really great information and learning that we're receiving. But as a parent, my partner is Black and I have 3 Black children in the school board. And so it's really special for me that there's a lot of people out there doing this learning who now might look at my own children and maybe see them or value them a little bit differently as Black students in their classroom.